Right, so as you can see, we're simply creating a table here, nothing big going on. And one more thing I want to do is add some styles here. So let me add some styles. We can use some CSS like this, and let me paste some code that I had copied here. So this is some simple CSS here, just for the table to appear the way I want. So just put table inside this style table, open bracket, and write this here. We are styling the table here, and table data and table header. Same thing, adding a little bit of padding, and then removing the text decoration for any links in there, even though we don't really have some. Then the table header, some background color, and some actual color there. So if we do that and I refresh, this is what we get. At least it's showing us something. At least we can see the borders here, which is good. So maybe spend some time and style this thing the way you want. But let me change a few things here before we go, so that it will look more presentable. So the first thing is the test title. So let me edit this a little bit more. So I changed the column span to 4, so it fills the entire space, so that's good. And now I want to do a style and put font size. Font size of maybe 20 pixels. Okay, so that's much better. And then text align center. Okay, so there we go. And we can also say something like test right here, test full colon. So that's the test name, that's the test here. And so you can redesign this as you wish. So we're going to continue designing this until it makes some sense. Here, let me change this text description so that it goes all the way here. And also what I can do is this whole thing, the div, I can put a max width so that it doesn't go too far. I'll say 800 pixels. Okay. And then, okay, maybe that's too small. Let's see, 1000. And then what I'll do is margin and say auto. That way it's in the center of the page. Okay, so margin auto there. Then I could put a break tag over here just to move it slightly away from the top, or I could just put a margin there. That's okay. And that's the class name, that's the student. Okay, so class student. So let's try and follow this format, created by, and then a name, date. There's a date. So let's do the same for this one right here. So class, where is this one? So table data here, copy. Let's put table data here again. Let's put twice and close this one. So opening, closing, and instead of table data here, we put th, table header. Let's do the same thing here, paste, put a slash, but then change the first one to table header. Okay, that way we have 1, 2, 3, 4 in the same row. So that will change it to something like this. So class, second class, student there, date there, and class is already there, so why do we even have it here? Anyway, finally I want to put this test description in a row of its own. So let's remove this class because it's just being repeated. Let's put column span 5, that's okay. Test description, let's refresh, and there we go. So it's showing the whole, in case the description is long, it will go all the way up to there. If I want to here, I can easily text align center like that. Okay, Let's refresh. Okay, so test description, there we go. And then finally, questions down here. So we need another table down here. So I'll put a break tag and let's put a paragraph and say questions. Actually, maybe we don't need to do that. What we'll do is go back to the marked single view and let's go down here where marked single tab view, that's the one, marked single tab view, and this is where we get the rest of the content. So I'm going to copy all of this up to the very end. And I will paste, make PDF right down here. Let's do some pasting, shall we? And I'll move back up to move everything over as intended. Where is that? Right here. So let's move everything over like this and let's see what that does. Okay, so all the data is here already, which is nice. So the rest of it is just a matter of arranging this. But also the questions here are not in full. There's question 1, 2, 3, but we are not seeing all of them. So that's because of, if we scroll up here, we have this limit. So let's remove that. And where are we using it anyway? We are using it here. So let's just give it a very large number, or just remove, or let's give it a very large number. Let's put 3,000, something like that. We know we can't have that many questions, so let's just leave it at that. And I will refresh. That way I see all the questions down here, which is nice. So all I need now is to arrange this properly. So there's a score of 50%. So 100% answered, 100% marked. We can put this in a table here as well. And then test score, we leave it the way it is. Total questions 8. So let's move down here and fix those issues. So where are we? Marked, test description, yes. Answered, that. So these are the 100% answered, 100% marked. What button is this? Percentage answered. Wait, what's going on here? So this one is the percent answered. Percent, what about this? Anyway, if you're not sure about something, remove it and let's see what goes missing. Looks like nothing went missing. Let's remove this one as well. Marked percentage, primary. What was this? I have no idea. Oh, that was the bar that displayed that percentage. So yeah. So instead of all this, let me change this to a. Let me change this to a span. Close that and do this closing span here as well. And then let me move everything in between here and put a bar like this. Let's see. Okay, 100% answered, 100% marked. Test score, that's fine. Let's see if there's a margin we added here somewhere. Because the test set as marked. So all these buttons here, this test has been submitted. We don't need all of this. We don't need auto mark. All these buttons here are irrelevant. So this whole if statement is irrelevant. So let's remove this whole part, if answered, blah blah blah, up to here, these two if statements. Okay, so if marked, definitely this will be marked. So test score, there it is. Let's look at the margin. Yes, we do have a margin top that is minus negative. Let's try minus 10 instead. Let's refresh. Okay, so test score 50%. Then there's test questions here, which we don't need to see. So let's remove that. Total questions is fine. Let's refresh. Okay, total questions 8. That's okay. And then now we can redesign this at the bottom here. Okay, so far so good. Test. So at this point you can go crazy and do your own designs. Good for you.